Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is just a quick overview of the changes that I fixed in 3.11 or modified. Just going off what you see right here, this is a Pro device. Normally, a Pro device you can't view the incoming data, so I made it so that it'll preview the data if you don't have um, the visibility of a layout, which you don't if you're not logged in. If I wanted to see the layout for it, I'd have to log in. This also applies to Gen 1 devices. Let's see. These are groups now. Normally you would see a GUID here when you're logged out, but I'm now building a name for the group so you can tell what's in it without having to expand it. And then it kind of sorts where it also needs to go because this is all alphabetized now. So there. All right. So this has been fixed. You can now be logged in and stream to a Gen 1 device. There was an order of operations problem before where it was actually using the layout lookup to determine if it was a Gen 1 device. And if you were logged in, it never did the layout lookup because it pulled it from the cloud. All right. Another issue is if you clicked on a substring, start channel was missing. I refactored the code that hides and shows all this stuff. So it's working a lot better now. And that problem shouldn't happen anymore. Um, the stream to this string and frame rate limiter. This there was a bug in it that I introduced in the last version that reversed the function of the checkbox. And people actually asked me to leave it like that. So frame rate limiter enabled is now what the checkbox says instead of disabled. It's now an enabled checkbox. And it says frame rate instead of just frame, so people know what it's actually doing. Let's see. I rewrote the code that OAuths, so it just gets a new OAuth key if it's found on the device before, and reinitializes the area that it stores the data in instead of completely erasing and recreating it. And this actually fixed a random bug where it would not be able to find the device again ever because it would try to add to the collection and it would be locked by something else using it. But it had already deleted the HTTP context. And what that means is since it no longer has a connection to the device, it can't find it ever again. So it would just quit working. Okay. Also, when you first log in, this is going to be faster, and there's going to be no chance of duplicate nodes anymore. Sometimes, or let me rephrase that. There's no chance of like a group getting split into two different functions. This thing is loaded in real time, but now I've got it rigged up so that it detects if something's already creating an entry in it, so it doesn't try to create the same entry. So if I was in this and Icicle 1 and 2 were found at the same time, there was a very good chance that they would both create their own group entry and you'd have two groups. But that shouldn't happen anymore. What else? Well, there was also a recently introduced issue where, well, actually probably not recently, but if you were in like the test mode, let me stop that. Oh, weird. Test button didn't show back up. There it goes. All right. If you were in test mode uh, and it had not found all the devices yet, it would quit looking. And also if you're in layout. So if you clicked these too quick, it wouldn't look for them until you exited out of those modes. So I imagine that might have caused some people trouble. I don't really know that for sure. But in any case, That's all the changes in this version, and I hope you guys find it useful. That's all I got, and John out.